It's the Cornerman Radio live with Barzini and Boxingeye. I wanted to talk about this matchup. Errol Spence versus Devon Alexander. I think this fight might happen this year. I would have rather see this fight a couple years ago before Errol Spence did fight Kell Brook, but these are the type of names Errol Spence might get this year because everybody is onto a different path. You know what I mean? I doubt we see Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. I doubt we see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So, what's your take on this matchup?
Nah. I'm hoping Keith Thurman comes out the woodwork and makes a fight. But this matchup, Devon Alexander, similar to Lamont, that they really haven't. They've always been fighters we look at as, real quality, a lot of potential, but they skated off, the ice a little bit in their careers. And, Devon, I think his good days are behind him. I'm rooting for him. I guess he had that drug problem with the pills or whatever. I didn't look too much into it, but I guess he's clean. Be interesting to see how good he looks against Victor Ortiz. I think that's a good fight for him. And he should definitely, with his quick hands, be able to take apart Victor Ortiz. But he's no match for Errol Spence. So it kind of sucks. It's like, Errol's fighting Lamont. Now he's fighting Devon Alexander. It's like, damn. Not where we want him. But I guess he's just got to stay busy. He really wants to unify. And he said he's not going to chase Keith Thurman. But the truth of the matter is you have to chase Keith Thurman if you want to unify. But last thing I'll say is I know you like to fight for some reason. Me, I don't. I'd rather see Devon Alexander fight Danny Garcia. Personally. But that's what I got.
For me, with this matchup, like I said, I would have rather see this fight a couple years ago, like in 2015, Devon and Spence. But for now, or 2016, I would have really liked to see that fight. But for now, I'm not excited for this fight. We both, I know for a fact he's going to demolish Victor Ortiz. I really hope Devon can fight another fight before, like a good contender, before he fights Spence, like beat Collazo, a guy like Collazo, and then fight Errol Spence, where it would be more than this would be 3 wins back to back, and then he fights Errol Spence. But it's going to be a good matchup in a way. I've never seen Devon Alexander being knocked out.
True.
So it'll be if Errol Spence can knock him out.
It was shocking. It was just shocking to see Alexander lose that. Who was the last time he? No. Who did Alexander lose to? You would have never expected it.
I never thought he was going to lose to
Tuesday Night Fight.
Sammy. Who was it? What was his
No, it wasn't
name?
Sammy.
Oh, Aaron Martinez.
Yeah, that shit was just shocking to me. I think he was, I'm like, wow. But then, maybe it was because of his addiction or whatever he was going through, because he looked like he didn't even give a fuck in that fight. Like, you never see Alexander, at least, like, the fights he lost, he always is, like, a tough as a nail, you know what I mean? In that fight, he didn't have that toughness about him. he was just like, whatever. Like, he had one foot out the door. Like, I don't give a fuck. Because he would never, a top-trained Devon Alexander would never lose to Aaron Martinez. That was shocking.
Right.
I'm not saying I gave up on him, but I don't know, man. He's got to get a lot of confidence back.
And, he was one of the most feared boxers. People didn't want to get into him because he beat Madonna so easily.
So
Matthysse,
easy.
he had really great wins.
Yo, he beat Maidana so easy. All he did was pop, pop. He held him a lot. Pop, 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 pop. Held him a lot. But Maidana had no answer whatsoever. He beat Maidana the easiest. People hate on him for holding that fight. But, hey, the referee didn't say shit. And Alexander straight up schooled that kid. That shit was crazy. I think that's yeah. So, let me see that Devon Alexander come back.
All right.